What's going on, people? It's your boy Dre, and right now, today, I want to talk about the last piece of hardware that I got that I haven't spoke about, and it is the Ruger SR9c. Now, this particular firearm, I feel like the Ruger SR9c is the ideal first purchase of a firearm for an individual that wants a firearm and don't know exactly what you want to get. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to go over the Takedown, things I like about it, all that good stuff. Now, you for one reason why I recommend the SR9c, for one, it's a good caliber, 9mm. It is the SR9c meaning compact, so this is a compact weapon, but it comes with 2 magazines. It feeds the bigger brother, the regular SR9. It feeds the 17 round mags along with the 10 round mag that comes with it. So 10 in the SR9c mag, one in the chamber, that's 11. You use the SR9 mag, and you have 17 in that, and one in the chamber, that's 18. And it comes with an extension. So basically, when you hook that up, it turns your SR9c. It kind of like works like a Glock. You know, it takes the bigger mag, but it's nothing but SR9 and SR9c right now. They don't have anything smaller. You know, Glock has 3 different classes. They have the full size, compact, and subcompact, and Ruger just has compact and full size. But yeah, they have this comes with it, and you know, it's just pretty much to cover that length, you know, so your finger's not on the actual magazine. But wait a minute, I'm putting that on wrong. Now I bought this one used. Once again, I got this from the Jackson Armory. It didn't come with everything, and I'm upset with it. But I hear the people that do have these, it comes with 2 magazines, and it comes with the grip extension plate and the flush plate, and I only have the grip extension plate. I really wish I had the flush plate because, you know, I don't like that hanging. That's just my personal preference. But, you know, for those that don't like your pinky, you know, if it had the flush plate, my pinky wouldn't fit. You know, and that just takes an inch off the gun, or a couple, you know, just to make it as small as possible. You know, that's how I like it, as small. I don't need it as small as possible, but I like when I have the actual grip, because, you know, right, Hickok 45 says it best when he says when you have the grip, you're gripping. This is majority of your grip, your 2 fingers, and this right here, your pinky is just resting. And if you ever, when you shoot, if you just pay attention, yes, for the most part, your grip is right here, and your pinky is just resting. You can use your pinky tight, but it's not giving any more stabilization than these 2 fingers are. Now, with the design of the Ruger SR9c, you know, I checked a few older Rugers. I didn't like them, like the P90s. They have a really block type grip. Like, it's not for a smaller hand. You know, that's pretty much just a pistol. But the SR9c and the SR9 too, they have the frame. They have it's slimmer, right? And this is the slimmest point right here towards the trigger. So that way, when you grip the firearm, you get a great grip on it, because it it's like your hand. It's made for your hand. It's made for your hand. So I mean, you'll get a great grip on this, and it's a comfortable grip. The texture is not rough against your fingers or nothing. I mean, it feels good to hold, and it has this back strap. You can pop this pin out and reverse that. This is the way it comes standard. The other side is, I think it's supposed to be, it's supposed to stick out more, but I like it as small as possible. Now, another thing, the reason why I feel like this is a good recommendation, because some people are like, okay, I want a gun, I want it to have a safety. Okay, this has the same features that are on the Ruger LC9. It has the manual slide safety. When it's white, it's safe. When it's red, it's ready to go. And it's actually ambidextrous. You can that side, or if you're lefty, on that side. Another thing is the mag release is ambidextrous, so that way, and it's ambidextrous like it's like out of the box manufactured that way. You don't have to switch it to one side. You either push it on this side or you push it on that side. I thought that was a great design that they put on there. It has a loaded chamber indicator, and it does not hinder. It does not hinder when you're looking down the barrel. You can't even see they have the sight set up high enough to where the loaded chamber indicator is not a factor when you're looking down the sights. So if that concerns you as far as aiming the gun, you won't even see it. And also, it's a striker fire pistol. You'll see the striker indicator when it's ready to go. So it's safety check. So when I pull the trigger, bam, it's out. So it's a lot. This is a very safe pistol. If you're concerned about it being a safety, because that's kind of the deal breaker for a Glock. Some people say, I don't want a Glock because it doesn't have a safety. Well, if you like a Glock and you want a Glock with a safety, Ruger SR9c. This is the way to go, my opinion. Another thing is the trigger. Ruger SR9c, right now, for the pistols that I own, this is the best trigger out of them all, because it breaks almost immediately. Like, as soon as I pull it back, that the shot is out of there. It's in perfect position. This is what I feel like a trigger standard should be. It also has a trigger safety, but I don't consider that a safety. But as far as a trigger, you just can't get any more smooth or crisp than that. I mean, the trigger is pretty much what sells me the gun. This is really what sells me the gun. I mean, and then the fact that you can go 10 rounds, you can go 17 rounds, and still have the same grip. I'm a big fan of options, so being able to do that, that's a really good move to make your mags interchangeable, like Glocks. That way, when you're buying within the family, you say, hey, your magazine collection is built in because you're already purchasing guns within the same family. So, like, for instance, if you have a SR9 and you want to get SR9c, and you say, well, I don't want to go through the hassle of getting extra mags. Well, you just use the SR9 mags in the SR9c. Same with Glocks, Glock 22, Glock 23, Glock 27, those are actual 40 cals. You can just interchange the mags. That's one of the great things about having the mags be interchangeable. I wish that was the standard within firearm companies. But case may be, some are, some aren't. I haven't done enough research to know which ones aren't, but I've noticed that that's one thing about the Glocks that really make them attractive, because they pretty much, the gun is the same make. This SR9c, the trigger, ambidextrous mag release, ambidextrous slide safety, striker indicator. So let me just count the safety features. That's 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have a magazine disconnect, so that's not a problem. So you're looking at trigger safety, the loaded chamber indicator, the manual safety, and you're looking at the striker indicator. So yeah, man, this is a very safe pistol. Now, the takedown of this. Let's pull the camera down so we can see what's going on. Now, you cock the slide back, and there is a lever right there. I hate to do this, but I stick my finger in there, and when you push that down, and then after that, there is this deal here that you pop out. Let me see if I can get that out with my finger. No, I actually can't. Pop that out. You take that, and then and there you have it. That's it. I guess those compacts and subcompacts pockets, they go with the double side spring. But yeah, the disassembly, it's definitely its own unique disassembly, but not rocket science. And then reassembly, put those back together. I have to slide back, stick this back inside. Clip back in, and there you have it. So yes, this right here is definitely what I recommend to anyone who's looking to get a firearm and you don't know exactly what you want. I will recommend a SR9c. The reason, because you have the option of a safety, and if you don't want a safety, you can just leave it off, you know. Yeah, I mean, but you have the option to have the safety there. You know, for those who don't care about the safety, it's like, you know, you can just leave it off. But if maybe that bump concerns you, I mean, it doesn't stick out any further than the actual slide lock. But I mean, you know, people are entitled to want the things that they want. So for the most part, you have the option of having a safety. You have a loaded chamber indicator and striker indicator. This is it's really good for a smaller hand, you know. So any women that are considering this would be a great purchase for you. May not be the ideal conceal for a woman. Maybe not. I'm uncertain, because I'm not a female. This right here, this is ideal concealed carry though for a male, I feel like. And it's not with it being 9mm, and it's a great price too. I got mine for $325, but I bought it used. That's why I bought it from the Jackson Armory. I'm a regular there. If you live in Dallas, go check out the Jackson Armory. Those guys in there, they're really great. And it takes the SR9 mag, so you can buy this, then buy the SR9c, then buy the SR9, and interchange the mags. Well, at least the bigger mag in the smaller firearm. You can't put the smaller mag into a bigger pistol. That should be common sense. You have a rail, so if you're big on maybe a light or maybe a red dot, whatever your preference is. I mean, the actual price is I think $398. I checked it on Gunbroker. A lot of these go for $398, and I think that's a good price, especially when you compare it to, say, a Glock. Say you want to compare this to maybe a baby Glock or a Glock 27, which is $599, $499 if you get extremely lucky. But Ruger SR9c, and they also have it with an all black finish. So if you can get the SR9c, and they have the all black finish. If you don't like the two-tone, I like the two-tone. They say when you got a two-tone, you're proud of it. I'm definitely proud of it. So you can get the all black finish if you like. They also have this in 40 caliber, so you can get an SR40 or an SR40C. So if you shoot 40, you can get that. But as far as an ideal first purchase pistol, I'm recommending the Ruger SR9c because of all the options that you have in the customized, well, not customization, but just the option of using the bigger mag, the option of having a finger extender or a flush plate, which I don't own. It almost makes me want to buy a new one just so I can get the flush plate because I'm having issues finding one. Great, but the best trigger that I've shot thus far in firearms, and just a great design as far as built to the hand. So yeah, definitely look into Ruger SR9, or the SR series, period. SR9C, SR9, SR40, SR40C. You should definitely look into this Ruger. Great price, great trigger, great design, and very safe. And a reasonable price. I don't know. Definitely check the SR series out.